Yo, welcome to NEO Hip Hop, episode number 9. I am the youngest father of rap, MC Moeblak, here with another one. Shout out to y'all, the NEO family, for keep tuning in, man. I love y'all. Keep dropping the comments, keep showing the love. We gonna keep chatting it up with you. We are here to review Cardi B's new album, Am I the Drama. 7 years people have waited for this album, and she finally dropped Am I the Drama. Now, before we start, I want to let y'all know I do things on a 1 to 5 scale. 1 being the worst song, 5 being the best song, one of the best songs on the album. I can tell you right now, though, Am I the Drama, Cardi B, all hits in my non-expert opinion. Not all like bangers, like top hits, but I could say all the songs at least got a good bop to them, good vibe, you know what I mean, good cadence, good raps and all that stuff. We're gonna jump right into it. She starts with Dead with Summer Walker, featuring Summer Walker. Now this song was cool, nice bop, you know what I mean. She wants everybody dead. All the female rappers, everybody who talked about her, the press, the haters, all y'all dead. Undertaker style, you feel me? But however, though, I didn't think it was that strong for an intro. Now she follows up with Hello, and then the song Magnet, and what is that? Pick It Up. I felt like these 3 songs were better. She could have led the album with these 3 songs. She could have left out Dead. That's just my opinion, though. Hello was a banger. Hello should have been the intro, definitely. I got my notes here. So yeah, Imaginary Players, and I gave Hello a 4. I gave Pick It Up a 5. Pick It Up with features Selena Gomez, produced by DJ Hard Work and Cuck Harrell. Fire ass song. Cardi B body, Selena Gomez sounds phenomenal. She's one of the features on the album. Let me just say, all the features on the album, none of them hurt the songs. They all added to the songs. They all completed the songs, including Summer Walker. My favorite feature on the album is Lizzo, followed by Selena Gomez. We also have Tyler on the album, and we have Lourdes on the album as well. Plus Janet Jackson. Shout out to the legend, Janet Jackson. But yeah, we go on to Imaginary Players. Imaginary Players, she dropped previously to the album. I was one of those people who wasn't really feeling the song initially, but honestly, listening to it in the flow of the album, fire. We know the song is just from Jay-Z, is just full of being, this is being braggadocious and popping that shit. And she does that, and she does that throughout the album. The album is full of like braggadocious rhymes and slick lyrics and stuff like that. Now let's mention the lyrics real quick, because there's always something with Cardi B and the writing and who's writing what. I always said this, and I'm gonna continue to say this, it don't even matter. That combination of her ghostwriter and herself, how she's delivering it, is perfect. It's a perfect combination. She's the star, they're the ghostwriters, everybody's making money, everybody's feeding the families, everybody's happy, the listeners are happy, we're getting bangers, you know what I'm trying to say. So I can say she knows. That's one thing about Cardi B, she knows where her bangers at. The album is full of like trap, hard-hitting trap beats, mixture of hip-hop, R&B, a little in there as well. But the bangers, the real bouncy ones, are the trap, hip-hop beats, and she knows that's where her hits are at. She does those songs well. Hello is like one of them. That's why I like that song. Bodega Baddie, I'm not really feeling. Gave that a 3. Salute is fire. Delivery is wild. Honestly, the delivery on Salute reminds me of Offset. I feel like she definitely got some of that off Offset. You know what I'm saying? Say like he left some of that on her. The ability to flow like that, because that shit was fire. Safe is cool. That's featuring Kalani. That's another feature on the album. Kalani, that was a dope song. Safe, just about having a safe space, something we all can relate to. Man in Your Word is a dope song. That's basically her talking about the marriage with her and Offset. And I'm not gonna get too deep on that, but she gets deep on that in that song. If you wanna hear what she says, you should check that out. The second verse is fire, very meaningful. What's Going On, my favorite song on the album. Lizzo is amazing. And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, what's going on? Like, yo, Lizzo she bodies that shit. And, like, she really makes that track. Like, from the beginning, you hear in the back, and then how they bring out her in the chorus and the verse. It's just fire. What they talking about is dope. The content is dope. I gave that song a 5. Produced by DJ Hardwork. Let's go. She got and like I said, most of the songs are all bangers. What I like about the album is it sticks to a theme. Basically, like as I mentioned, it's her bragging and just being and basically saying she's that bitch and she's going to always be that bitch and why she's that bitch. And then you got the other side where she talks about her personal life with Offset and the marriage, and she's very unapologetic for being in that marriage or being committed. You know what I'm saying? She's like, she doesn't really apologize for that, but she does express her emotions towards, like, what her and Offset went through. And that's those two themes kind of like just collide through the whole album. The Bia Pretty and Petty was fire. I thought that was fire. I wonder what B is going, how that's going to respond, how that's going to play out. I could say my other favorite song besides What's Going On is Killing You Hoes. Towards the end of the album. I'm killing you hoes. Then I'm killing you hoes. The verses, fire. You know what I'm trying to say, fire. Principal with Janet Jackson, I gave that a 5. That's dope. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know where Janet Jackson is on that fucking song. I'm thinking, is that her in the chorus? Is that her in the background? Did they distort her voice? Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah. And shout out to Cardi B though. You know what I'm saying? She found the loophole. She added Up and WAP. Those are the last 2 songs. Up and WAP. I believe WAP is like almost Diamond or something like that. She basically found the loophole. She put those on the album. Those songs were like, anywhere from like, 5, ranging from 5 years old to probably 3. I think WAP is the newest one. And they inflated her album sales, and she went like platinum like within a half hour or some shit like that. And that's not verbatim, don't, you know what I'm saying? But it's something like that. And shout out to her, because that's the American spirit, right? This is business. Finding loopholes. People hate when you find loopholes and they didn't find it and they didn't exploit it. You know what I'm trying to say? She found the loophole, she exploited it. She getting money. Fans love the music. Shout out to her. Overall, though, tally it all up. Blah, 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 blah. Divide, blah, 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 blah. Cardi B has a 4.1 out of 5. That is a great hip-hop album. She has a great hip-hop album, y'all. Cardi B, M Out of Drama. I recommend y'all go listen to it. It's a bunch of bangers. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear a lot of it. If you haven't heard much of it yet, you're probably going to hear a lot of it over the next couple of years, because we don't know when we're going to get the next one from her. So, we got to cherish these songs while we got them. And, but, like, yeah, you can tell she put some work into it. Shout out to the features. Shout out to the producers. The beats, all hard-hitting. The writers, all hard-hitting. I want to mention one thing. On Imaginary Players, Jay-Z is listed as a writer. And I don't think that's because he actually wrote bars for her, but she used his likeness and everything. So, but shout out to everybody. The whole collaboration to make this album was dope. Like I said, 4.1 out of 5. That's my non-expert opinion. Y'all go check it out. My name is MC Moeblak, the youngest father of rap. This is NEO Hip Hop episode number 9. Y'all go check us out. NEO the pod everywhere. Shout out to Cinco and Eric doing their thing on NEO Wrestling. Me and Saint got the movie reviews. Check us out. NEO the podcast, non-expert opinion. Till next time, y'all.